and good morning everybody. So this morning's Wednesday session is a session focused very much on core, on your midsection. Now, when we talk about the core, a lot of people just think about these muscles here along the front, but actually it's a belt of muscle that works all its way around the body, keeping the spine nice and strong, nice and stable. But also it's not just this bit, it's how it connects and works with the muscles around the hips as well. So what we're going to think about and what we're going to work on today is exercises that basically work from here to here and really strengthen that midsection, really strengthen it. You know, you really feel the work. First of all, we're going to focus on the side of the body, so we're going to work on moves that work on the obliques, and we're going to work on moves that really hit the glutes quite effectively on the side of the glutes and opening out on the side of the hip as well. Then we're going to work on the back of the body, because if you don't have a strong back, you don't have a strong front. So we're going to work on glute and lower back exercises there. And then the final block of exercises is very much turning around and looking at the front. So the session is broken down into 3 distinct blocks. First block, like I said, we're working on the side. I'll take you through the exercises. It's again that sort of little mini circuit format. We're going to do this one 3 times, and there are 4 exercises in this little mini circuit. So the first exercise, they're also one side at a time as well. So the first one that we're going to do is a side plank and clam. So starting in this position, quite casual. Think about putting your heels together and your knees together. So get your legs kind of in line with your hips. That's what you want to be looking at there. And then I want you to push down with this knee and push out with the top knee at the same time. So you're going to come up like that and really open the hips out and then take it down. So up and push the hips forward and take it down. So that's the move, down and up. But after a few reps of that, you'll notice that you're really starting to work your medial glutes, really important muscles for maintaining hip stability. So that's what we're looking at there. And that's the movement. Really simple, really easy. So we're going to do 45 on one side, follow it with 45 on the other, opening it out, sitting it back, open it out, sit it back down. Small movements, but really real detail movements what we're working on today. Okay, then I'm going to switch back. I'm going to do a side crunch with a leg raise. So in this position here, all you want to do, point your toes forward, bring your sort of fingers to your temple, lift your leg up, and at the same time, bring your shoulder off the floor. Crunch it up. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So we're taking that movement from more of a deep lying glute movement then into the side of the hip and the side of the trunk, your oblique muscles. And again, 45 seconds left, 45 seconds right. And that's the circuit. We'll have a rest after you've done those 4 exercises, and we'll repeat that little mini circuit 3 times. So it's quite nice, simple movement, but you know, quite challenging in a really small and concentrated way. So everybody ready? You can all see and hear me okay? Let's get started with the session. So start on the floor. I'm going to pull my timer up. Just come up with that. I'll get ready to go. So 45 seconds, starting with the side side plank and clam. Okay, so when you're ready, off you go. Open it up. Bring it down. Push the knee down. That's it. And bring the hips up and down. So you start with the hips on the floor, and then you push the hips up and forward. So you're really engaging the glutes at the top of this. If you want, place your hands on your abdomen, so you take it back. There's a sort of folding at the bottom of the movement from the hip, and then you push those hips forward. Really feel that glute engage. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. Keep going, and then we're just going to change sides. Bring it down, swap it around. Okay, same on the other side again. Knees at 90, elbows in line with the shoulders, and push. Open the hips up, bring it down. Push, open the knees, bring it down. Bring the knees together, open the knees up. Keep that going. open the knees up. Keep moving, nice and steady, nice and easy. So this is really detail movement. After about 45 seconds, you will start to feel it. Really squeeze at the top, really open the knees. Then bring the knees together, open, push the hips forward, bring it together. Good job. Open and down. Lie down on your side. This time we bring the leg up and a little crunch. Up and a little crunch. You might want to steady yourself with your hand. As you do, down and up. So try and bring the leg up quite high as well, so you feel the hip come into play as well as the obliques on the side. That's it. Whoa. Maybe bring your hand forward, try and steady yourself. Sometimes it's a little tricky to maintain your balance. Keep going. Swap sides. Same on the other side. Push the hips forward, make sure you're in line on this one as best you can. Up, and down. Up, and down. So bring the shoulders up, bring it down. Bring the shoulder and the elbow towards the knee. You're not going to reach your toes unless you're incredibly mobile. You won't try and get to it. But really lead with the shoulder is where you want to be on this one. So nice and smooth. Nice and easy. And take a breather and have a rest. 45 seconds. So starting quite gently really, but you will, believe me, you will feel these moves later in the day and maybe a little bit tomorrow morning in your hips as well. So just take it nice, easy pace. There's nothing fast about these workouts on a Wednesday. It's all about control. It's all about just developing that strength. Okay, so we've still got 20 seconds. So we're going to get back down on our side now, in this position here, and again, hinging from here. Push the hips so they're in line with the heels, 90 degrees on the knees. Pushing the bottom knee into the floor and the top knee up as you push the hips forward. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. That's it. Close the knees. Push up and forward. Close the knees. Push. Close. Push. Close. Now you can take this onto your hands if you prefer. If you prefer, you get a bit better range of movement, but it's a little easier in some ways as well. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to do it on the hands or the elbows. So take it up. I'm going to work on the elbows. Really push the hips forward. That's it. And change sides. Same on the other side. From here, push the hips up. Push the hips forward. Open it up. Really open up the knees. Open. Place your hand on your bum. Feel that working. Take it down. Push it up and forward. Take it down. Push it up and forward. Take it down. Keep going. So really focusing on glutes today. Keep going. Squeeze. And down. And then onto your side. And it's these side raises and crunches. There. Back. There. Back. Keep going. So really strengthening the hip, the outside of the leg. Keep going. Smoothly does it. The key on these is to feel the squeeze. Really aim for that really strong squeeze at the top. That's it. Nice and smooth. Nice and easy. Swap sides. again, in here, straight legs, and up you go. That's it. Get a crunch on, a squeeze on. That's it. Good job. Keep it going. That's it. Really aim to hold that squeeze, that beat at the top, and then take a rest. Got one more round of these, and then we're going to move on to the glutes, to the back of the body. Okay, so 35 seconds. Just relax on this one. Quite a low-key start to this morning's session. Again, they're small moves, but they are quite challenging moves. You'll really feel these in your hips and your bum basically a little bit later on. Okay, so we've got 20 seconds now. Just get into position. Settle yourself up, get the hips and the heels in line, heels together, knees together. Rest on your elbows or your hands, depending on which you're most comfortable with. Get ready in 5. This is the final round. 3, 2, 1, and push the knee into the ground, open out the hip. Knee into the ground. That's it. And really try and find some rhythm on this now. So just kiss the ground and go. Kiss the ground and go. That's it, keep going. Open it out. And again, place your hand on your bum. Feel that work really tight at the top. That's what you want to feel, a really strong squeeze at the top there. Keep going. And then we're going to change sides. Swap it over, same thing, on the other side, and again, there, and push, open it out. Open it out, keep going. That's it. So think about the downward phase as much as the upward phase, just as important. You're in control all the way through the movement. Push the hips forward, feel the glutes, bottom and top. Feel them engage, feel them work. Just 10 seconds. And one more. And then down onto the floor. Side leg raises, hip raise rather, and crunch towards it. Off you go. That's it, nice and smooth. Going, get a squeeze on. Keep going again. There's no sort of momentum in this. You want to take the leg up as far as you can, but you really want to squeeze it up there. And the same with the trunk. There's no speed. Take the speed out of it. Swap it round. Same on the other side. Nice straight legs. Point the toes forward, crunch towards it. That's it. Good job, keep going. Steady yourself if you need to. Really get that squeeze at the top, that's the really important thing here. That's good. Keep moving. Nice and easily. Okay, and that's the end of that block. We've done 3 rounds. So we're going to move on now to the back of the body and the glutes specifically. And again, small moves, quite detailed moves, moves that will require quite a lot of concentration, not much speed, all about control. That's what we want to do. So that we're doing 2 rounds of this next block, but there are 6 exercises in the block, so there's a little bit of a difference there. Well, the exercises are starting, lying on your front, head on the floor, bend your right leg at 90 degrees, and just push it up like that. Try and keep the hip on the floor if you can. You want to hyperextend from the hip, so the leg doesn't really go that far off the floor, but you're just activating the glutes, like that. Second move is just the same thing, but on the other side. Again, push the hip bone into the floor and extend through the hip, firing your glutes. Third move is both legs in a frog position, so take your knees out to the side, put your heels together, and just push them up like that. Okay. Fourth move, flip over onto your back, and we're going to do a hip raise in this position here, but with one leg, so just drive and down, drive and down, drive and down. Next 45 on the other side, drive and down, keep that going for 45. And then the third one is a glute bridge march, so get your hips up with both legs, keep the hips up high, point, point, or if you prefer you can bring it that way, whichever you're most comfortable doing. I like the pointing just because it makes the body a little longer, just makes it a little bit more challenging. Okay, and that's the workout. We're going to do that twice. There are 6 moves in that, so we're going to do that twice. 45 seconds on each move, we'll have a little rest and then we'll move on to the final block. Okay, so lying on your front, starting with these hyperextensions through the glutes, one leg at a time. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and just push the heel straight up, whilst at the same time pushing the hip into the floor. So it's a small range of movement. The aim of this, of course, is to make that range of movement better, to make that hip extension better, by switching on your glutes, activating your glutes, so that when you walk, when you run, everything's functioning a lot better, reduces sort of the incidence of things like back aches and things like that then as well. Okay, push the heels straight up, swap sides, change it over, same on the other side. Push the heel into the heel up and push the hip into the floor. That's good. Keep going. So the small little moves, working muscles that don't get a lot of love, don't get a lot of attention, but also, of course, really, really important, as all your muscles are really. They all play a part. So it's important to spend just a little bit of time on them. Okay, going to both legs now in that frog position, take your knees a little further apart, put your heels together, take both legs off the floor. Push the hips into the floor and bring the knees up and off. That's it. So it's a big squeeze at the top. Keep it going. 10 seconds. That's good. Flip it over onto your back. Next thing we're going to do is single leg hip raise. So drive the leg into the ground and down. Drive the heel into the ground and down. Drive and down. Keep it moving. If you want, you can place your hands on the floor to give you that little bit more assistance if you need it. Push it up. Keep it going. Nice and smooth. Squeeze the glute at the top, just as you were doing in those hyperextensions. Try and hold on to that feeling. Change legs, same thing on the other side. That's it, keep it going. Again, push the heel into the ground. lots of control. So don't relax and release at the bottom. Just touch your tailbone to the floor and go again. Try and keep the hips up high. Push and go. Push and go. Okay, we're going to go into the march next. Okay, both feet down. Push your hips up nice and high, and we're just going to march. So this time, more of an isometric hold, but you're just taking a corner away and teaching your body to deal with that imbalance. Teaching your body to deal with shifting the weight from side to side. Keep going. Really try and keep your hips up. As soon as you take your foot away, push down with the leg that is left on the floor and keep that going. And rest. 45 seconds rest. And we're going to do that again. Okay, so it's really focused on that really. We're really working on the glutes and the connection between the glutes and the lower back. So what you'll find as well with this, again, you will feel this in your butt tomorrow, but it will help with things like posture, any sort of lower back discomfort that you might well have been sort of experiencing of late with all the laptop work and sitting down. So this stuff's really, really important to keep coming back to, especially at the moment. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds. Going round now, into the face down hyperextension. Bend the knee at 90 degrees, face to the floor. Push the hip into the ground. Push the heel vertically upwards. That's it, keep it going. Keep going. Push it down. Again, this is smooth stuff, not a complete release at the bottom, just a touch and go. Push the hip into the ground, and same thing, swap sides. Push the hip one into the ground, push the heel straight up. This is small work, it's tiny. Stuff we don't always have a lot of time for. We love the big moves, we love the burpees, love the squats, the mountain climbers, all the big energetic moves. But this stuff is quite important, because it allows you to do the other stuff really well. Push the hip down. 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into both legs. Okay, heels together, knees in a kind of frog position, and take them off the floor. That's it. Engage the glutes and bring them down. 25 seconds. Keep going. Really working on that squeeze, because there's not really a massive range of movement here. You're working over a small area. You really have to concentrate and squeeze. Switch it over now into the right leg hip raise. So from here, drive it up, bring it down. Drive it up, bring it down. Touch and go. So again, you can place your hand on your glutes, place your hand on your core, feel that working. Push high if you want, you prefer, you can put your hands down. Give yourself a little bit of assistance. Get ready to change legs. Same thing, other side. Up you go. And down. Up. Down. going, keep moving. Push the heel into the ground, drive the hips up. Give yourself some assistance if you need it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Then we're going to do both legs, drive the hips up, and we're going to march. So really work. Apologies for the background noise. I think they're working on a gas main in the street. Keep it going. Nice and smooth. You've just got 10 seconds now. Keep the hips up. Really work to keep those hips where they are. Try not to let them drop off. Okay, take a breather. Take a breather. Onto the final element. Maybe have a little stand up and a walk around on that one, because you really sort of feel how that's affected your posture and how nice and tall that makes you as well. So, final element now, final element of what we're doing. We're going to work on the front of the body. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to work with mountain climbers and mountain climber variations. So, a couple of options. If you prefer, you can elevate them on a bench or a sofa or anything like that. Or, because we're working with 45-second sets, you can work for the 30 and take a little rest and drop off if you need to, because it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge than what we've just done. Okay, so I'll just pause this for a second. So we're working with 3 exercises in total, but there are 4 sets, and I'll explain what we're going to do with this one now. So we're going to start in this high push-up position here. I'm going to start with 45 seconds of a lizard, alternating from side to side. Nice and smooth. So these aren't fast moves, this is slow, this is contained. And then, after that 45 seconds is up, we're going to change it to a slow mountain climber and really squeeze it, like that. Okay. And then, once we've done 45 seconds of that, we're going to switch it to a grasshopper. Up and across. Then after that, the next thing we're going to do, after you've done 45 seconds of that, is put all 3 together. So you're going to go there, there, through, back, there, there, and through, like that. So 45 seconds of lizards, 45 seconds of slow mountain climbers, and 45 seconds of grasshoppers, 45 seconds of all 3 together. So it's a big challenge. We'll see if we can get through it all with our hands on the floor. It's going to be tough. If you do need to come up, I probably will as well. Just shake it out a little bit, get a little bit of a breather. Or if you prefer, you can do all these moves up on the sofa on a raised surface. Like I said, you can do lizards, mountain climbers, or grasshoppers with a raised surface like that. So whichever works best for you. Okay, so we're going to start with 45 seconds of really slow lizards. When you're ready, everyone, 3, 2, 1, off you go. And change. So this is slow stuff. So essentially, we're going to be on our hands for 3 minutes. If you feel like you need a break, mid-set, that's absolutely fine. Hold and move. Keep it going. It's really working through the front of the body now. I'm going to have a little shake. You have a little shake as well. And then we're going to move into the slow mountain climbers. really try and crunch the entirety of the front of the body up in this slow mountain climber. So this move kind of takes the cardio element out of the mountain climber, but slows everything down, so it becomes very much about a strength move. Okay, give yourselves a little shake. Next thing we're going to do, grasshoppers. So that's up the middle and rotate and back. Up the middle and rotate and back. Up the middle, rotate, back. Up the middle, rotate and back. If you want, you can extend the leg to make it a little bit more challenging. Extend and back, so it's slow, it's concentrated, it's controlled. And back. Shake it out. Have a little breather. It's a lot of time on the hands this, so have a little rest. Now we're going to put all three together. We're going to go outside, middle, through, change legs, outside, middle, through, change legs, outside, middle, through, change legs, outside, middle, get a squeeze on, and through, and hold, 2, 1, rest. Good job. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. So, 1 down, and we've just got 2 of those to go. Okay, so have a little breather. As you can see, after a while, you're certainly going to need to just rest out and stretch out your wrists a little bit. It's quite hard on the hands a little bit holding that. So make sure you do have a little shake out between sets on this one, just to give the hands a bit of a break. Okay, so we've still got 15 seconds rest, 2 more sets to do. Okay, 10 seconds. So when you're ready, we're going to start with those lizards. What you can do is turn your palms out to the side, just like the first little counter on the wrists, and off you go. So turn your fingers to the side. You might find that a little easier. Slow, controlled movement. Give them a little shake out. Next thing we're going to do is into the mountain climbers, straight up the middle, so nice and slow. And get that squeeze on. That's where you want to feel the work. So make sure you're straight here, and then squeeze it at the top. Really feel those mountain climbers work. It is essentially a mountain climber. It is a core exercise, whether you're doing them slowly or whether you're doing them quickly. Just keep it working. When you slow them down, that's when you really feel it work. And take a breather. Shake up the hands. Moving on to the grasshoppers next. Back down. So up the middle and round. Back, up the middle. Push away with the hands as you rotate the trunk. And there. So the hip, nothing really happens to the leg. The leg sort of stays where it is, kind of 90 degrees to the pelvis. But what happens is you rotate the trunk from the middle. And take it back. Squeeze, rotate, back, return. One more. And return. Give it a little shake out. Gonna go for all three now. All three, outside, middle, out the other side. Outside, middle, out the other side. Take your time. Outside, middle, out the other side. Good job. Hold that core, it's really working now. Outside, middle, out the other side. Same on the other side. Outside, middle, and through, back, hold, rest. Good job. Good job. A lot of strength in that one. Just got one more round of those to go, and then we're done. So really good work, guys. Really, really, really strong stuff. Again, this is the one which is probably burning the most. But just take it nice and easy. And like I said, don't worry if you do feel you need to just take a little mid-set break. As you can see, I'm just shaking my hands out in between sets. It's important. You don't want to tire out the wrists and things like that as well. So make sure you're feeling strong throughout. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds. Then on to our very, very last set. So starting with the lizards in 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And back. And back. Nice and smooth, everyone, nice and smooth. Take your time, make every rep count. Get that squeeze. Feel it all the way. Squeeze. Feel it all the way. Squeeze it and move it. Squeeze it and move it. Keep going. Not long. Okay, shake them out. Shake out your wrists. Moving into the mountain climbers next. Take your time. Keep working, guys, keep moving. Squeeze it. That's it. Try and get your knees through your elbows if you can. Through the wrists. That's it. Time for one more. Okay, shake them out. Grasshoppers next. So onto here. Bring the knee up and through the other side. So this is where there's a big movement from the trunk. A lot of stuff going on here. Rotate it and back. Whoo. Up. Rotate it and back. Up. Rotate and back. Great stuff, guys. Keep it going. And back. Whoo. Hold it and move. Once you feel strong, move into the next one. That's it. Okay, shake out. Then we're moving into our final one, which is all three together. So nice and smooth now, everyone. Outside, middle, through, and back. Outside, middle, and through, and back. Outside, middle, and through, and back. And again, outside, middle, and through, and back. And that's it. We're done. So it builds to a reasonably strong finish, lulling you into a bit of a sense of false security there. But brilliant work, guys. Really some nice strong work. And you know, standing up now, hopefully you can feel everything feeling a lot stronger, a lot more compact, a lot more in control. But brilliant work, everyone. Have a rest, have a sit down. I'll see you on the weekend. Take care, guys. Bye bye.